I'm Mike Benton for Thunder Vision. The Thunder are 12 wins away from a Kelly Cup championship and embark in round 2 tonight against the Bakersfield Condors. Joining me to my left is Thunder head coach Matt Thomas to talk more about what could be a grueling series, best 4 out of 7. And coach, you put this team through 5 days of rest. Why is this team ready here for Game 1 in Bakersfield?
Well, I think you said it right there, rest. I think we needed that after the way our regular season ended with a lot of games and a lot of nights and travel to boot. Obviously, it was a tough series against Alaska. I don't think you ever felt like a lead was safe, obviously, and the scores reflected that. So I thought giving the guys a couple solid days off was key. We had a good light skate on Tuesday with a little bit of a team-building afternoon, hard work day on Wednesday with another kind of go through the motions type thing, getting ready, shoring up a lot of the system stuff on a Thursday, and getting ready for what we know is going to be a tough, grueling series.
This barn, of course, has gained an edge of being very, very loud and sometimes very, very intimidating. So with that being said, you had 6 wins against the Condors this year, 3 inside Rabobank Arena. How does it help prepare you as well for round 2?
Well, I think it was a really important thing for us to be able to go down on the 30th there with our backs against the wall, having to clinch a playoff spot, potential of being first place and winning the division and going in there and playing a very strong game. I think that there alone gave us the feeling that we know we can go in there and be successful. It's a great arena. They're always tough to play in their barns, just like I'm sure almost every team in our league is tough to play in their own barns. So for us though, I think there's a certain level of confidence that we achieved, especially with that last win of the season against them there. But we also know the regular season gets thrown out the window, and it's a whole new beast that you're taking on here. And I think, like any road game, you got to go in and you got to play a good, simple, structured road game. And if we do that, I think you always give yourself a chance. But effort and execution are going to be some of the things that we'll definitely talk about.
Size, speed, and a physical edge encompass both these teams with a full slated roster. They can also score at will, but when you think about it, how important does play begin in terms of taking control as well in the defensive zone?
Well, I think if we're gonna do anything, we need to get better in limiting teams' opportunities. I thought we gave up too many shots and too many grade A scoring chances in the first round. Again, I think some of those games were difficult. To be so attentive to the defensive zone because of the way some of the games went. Games 1 and 2 were exactly that. I thought we were real good in Game 2, other than a couple shifts in Game 1 where we gave up the lead. I thought we were a very good team both nights in our own end. So going into that, this week was all about refocusing on making sure that we know we can score goals. We've got depth. We've got a lot of different weapons that can put the puck in the net offensively. We're definitely going to be a team that's going to go. And we want to be a team that's going to put another team on their heels, and they're going to have to worry about us being on the attack consistently. But we also got to make sure that we're respecting and understanding what makes them strong. And I think one of their strong suits is they're a team that can really make you pay too. They've got a lot of capable goal scorers. They got a good defensive unit that can really move the puck up to their forwards and carry that play through neutral ice. And we got to make sure we're doing a real good job in all 3 zones. And the only way you're going to beat a good team and a first place team like Bakersfield was by playing complete hockey in all 3 zones.
2 of those scorers for Bakersfield include Kyle Calder and McGregor Sharp, who earned NHL time earlier this season. Who does it begin with back on your blue line in terms of neutralizing them?
Well, I think we got to worry about Stephane Goulet as well. Obviously he completes that line, but they've been a real good line. Kyle Calder, what can you say? The guy's been a go-to guy at the top level with different teams in his career. And McGregor Sharp is a good young player coming out of Minnesota Duluth who had a great college career and is had an interesting first year with playing at all 3 levels. But those guys right there, I don't think you got to pinpoint. All our D have to be ready. We don't have last change. You're going on the road. I don't overly concern myself with the matchups in terms there. I think we've got a good mix of guys that can skate the puck out of the zone and be an influence in our breakout and our offensive attack, and a real good mix in those D partners, those D units, with a guy who's a big, sturdy, stay-at-home, tough-to-play against type player. So I think we can match up with any team and any line with whoever we're out there, whether it's Constant and Benfeld, Young and Van Neusten, or Aiello and Marcoux, and then obviously, you still got a guy like Justin DaCosta and Trevor Hunt, that both filled each role, a physical type defenseman and an offensive type defenseman. So we've got the depth in that area to be able to handle anything you throw at us. But I think, you've got to make sure you're paying attention to the top team, the top players, and obviously those three you mentioned are top players for them. And you also got to make sure that you're playing the same way against their quote unquote secondary scoring guys, and because there's a lot of capable ones. I've seen Andrew Iannaro, win games on his own in Bakersfield. So they're certainly a good team, and they've got a good offensive attack that we're going to have to be very detailed against.
Coach, thank you. Good luck in Game 1.
Thanks, Mike.